I'm recording now. The reason you need my number, and if you're watching this recording, it is because I am no longer doing the group chat. I love you guys and I love the chat, but it's too much for me right now. My business is growing. Everybody, we're adding more people, and that's great, but it is becoming a lot. And eventually we're going to be a group of 50 people one day. And if we have a group chat with 50 people in it, it's going to be impossible to find anything. Whenever I first started, when I first started building a team, it was me, Samantha, Tabitha, and Kaylee. And it was very beneficial for me, and it was very beneficial for them because they all started at the same time. And it was easy for me to tell them the same thing at the same time. We all grew together in the group, and then we started adding more people. I think shortly after Sequoia came along, and then Kaylee added a couple other girls, and then I started adding more people. And then, last month we had a lot of people join. And while that's great and it's awesome, the only issue with it is that it's hard for us we're all going to ask the same questions, and there's nothing wrong with us asking the same question. But the problem is that we like to talk because we're women, and that's what we do. We like to talk. But the issue is like, if Kesley asks a question and then 2 weeks later, Courtney asks the same question. Well, Courtney remembers that it was in the chat somewhere, but she's having to scroll all the way back up to try to find the answer. So it's easier to just ask again in the chat. What we need to be doing is we need to take our questions to the team page. And the reason I say that is because there's a search bar on the team page. All you got to do is put a keyword in, like whatever specific thing it is that you're looking for. And if it's not in the team page, because our team page is new, Salt of the Earth team page has a ton of resources in it. If you're a leader, which means you're a lead consultant or above, you're an Anchored in Leaders, which is also another group. There are tons of groups that are resources. It's not that like I don't want to hear from you guys every day. I still want to talk to y'all. But we can't use the group chat as a resource anymore and adding more people, because like I said, one day we're going to be a group of 50 and it's going to be way too much. Right now I think we have like 20 people in there, and it's a lot. And I miss a lot of stuff that y'all say. Like, I literally don't even know. I can't even remember if I replied in the group chat today, because it's a lot. It's a lot. And I just need y'all to understand that I love you all and I love the chat, but we're getting bigger and we need to start utilizing the team page so that later when we start adding consultants, they can utilize the team page as well. You guys have great questions, but let's start putting them in the team page so that when we start adding new people, or when you guys start adding new people, those new people are going to have that same question. We're going to teach them. We're going to go to the group page. So that's going on to my next subject. So there is a chain of command. This chain of command is, so for example, our superstar director, Chloe, who has like 9 bajillion people underneath her, doesn't have 9 bajillion people underneath her messaging her one time. So the chain of command is pretty simple. First and foremost, I'm going to say this and I'm going to beat this into your heads until you hear me. This is your business. This is not my business. This is not anybody else's business. This is your business, not mine. I'm here as a resource to help you and to guide you, but this is ultimately not my business. Your workstation, it literally has everything that you possibly could need. I mean, they have provided so much for us in the workstation that it literally is absolutely ridiculous. I know that the workstation, sometimes it seems overwhelming, but it literally, sorry, I have to mute everybody because I'm a squirrel. And yeah. So your workstation is literally the best thing ever. So let me just do this thing here where I like share my screen and then I click share. Can y'all see my screen? All right. I gotta make sure I ain't got nothing crazy on here. Okay. So if you go to your workstation, let's see, let's go over here. So let's just say that you're logged into your workstation and you go over here where it says search Cincy success. You literally, so today I just typed in director. Y'all, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let's just be honest. So I was like, all right, I need to know what I'm doing. You literally type in any kind of keyword and something is going to come up. New director guide, consistency bonuses, compensation plan. You want to know what the compensation plan is? Literally, come to the workstation, look up compensation plan. It literally has every single thing that you would want to know. Workstation is your go-to. It's your best friend. How do I stop sharing this? Oh, okay. All right. Workstation is your literal best friend. Your news tab in your workstation literally should be like you're clocking into your job. As soon as you log into your workstation, you need to go click your news tab because everything you need to know is going to be in your news tab. There are product updates, things get back ordered. Right now, things are like crazy. Sorry, Lord bless it. I'm too squirrel for this. So I'm trying to think what would be easy. Okay, so let me just share the screen again really quick with you guys so that I can show you where your news tab is. So when you're on your home screen, you click where it says news. Things go on back order all the time. Let's see. Product status list. We'll just click on that. This particular news article literally shows you the date things are coming back in stock, that they're projected to be back in the warehouse. It literally shows you things that are back ordered, estimated date arriving in the warehouse, the reason that it's out. You should be checking this every single day because this changes, or it can possibly change every single day. Anything that was a pre-order, which is over here, which I'm not sure, maybe Samantha, maybe a couple other people, they were around when these pre-orders were open. Most of these, I'm not sure if you guys were present for those or not. I don't think so. But anyways, it shows when they can be redeemed. Like, for example, I have 2 people that have until the end of April to redeem their Harry Potter stuff. They placed like a deposit on it back in June. And they have until like the end of April. But it shows you things that are out of stock, products that have sold out and are no longer available for purchase. So in case anybody ever asks you about the Cinderella carriage, it went out of stock on the 4th, boo. Sorry, like we're not getting it back for a while. There are your news tab, literally, like I said, it should be like you clocking into your job. You should be going here every single time that you sign in to your workstation. The workstation, I'm telling you guys, Cincy has blessed us with. I was with another company, and I can tell you right now that we never had this many resources. Never. I mean, I literally, there are so many people that do trainings for, Cincy on YouTube. I mean, there's so many resources out there for Cincy. It legit blows my mind. So anyways, going back to like the whole chain of command thing. So your workstation should be the first place that you go to. The second place, if you can't find it in your workstation, because like I said, when you first start, your workstation may seem a little overwhelming, and I get it because it is. And things may be harder to find on there, and I get it because they are. Please go to your team page, which would be our team page. If it's not in our team page because we're still building, go to Salt of the Earth team page. Search a keyword in it. If you still cannot find it, reach out. Well, if you're leading above, you need to check anchored in. But I don't know. The only person in here is Kaylee and Sequoia that are leader and above, right? Yeah. I don't know who this is, to be honest. Okay. Anyway. Oh, it's Tabitha. What is this? This says cheeks on it. I'm sorry, Tabitha. Lord have mercy. Anyways, and Tabitha, lead and above, go check Anchored In. If you still can't find it, go to your sponsor, okay? Your sponsor is the person who signed you up. So for a lot of you, that is me. That is fine. Please come to me. I will answer any questions that you have. That is literally what I'm here for. But I want you guys to learn how to find the answers for yourself before you come to me. Because if you come to me with a question, I'm going to ask you, did you go look in your workstation? Did you go watch that training I sent you 2 weeks ago? Did you do this? Did you do this? If you tell me no, I'm going to tell you to go do it again. So with that being said, if your sponsor, let's just say your sponsor is not me. Let's just say your sponsor ghosts you or your sponsor quits. You go to your director. Your director is me. If I were to quit, you would go to April. Am I going to quit? No. But I'm just saying, if your sponsor ghosts you, let's just say Courtney quit and left Natalie to the wolves. Then Natalie can come to her director, who is me. And I'm going to tell her the same thing. Did you go to your workstation? Did you go to the team pages? Did you go to your sponsor? Oh, she ghosted you? Okay, that's fine. You can come to me. You guys can still come to me, but I'm going to ask you, did you go through that chain of command? Also, another good thing, another good tool that is very useful is workstation chat. Literally, that's what they get paid for, is for you to ask them questions. Like, not silly questions like, how much is this warmer? Which, by the way, I'm done with those questions because I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all, go to Google. Type in your web page and type in the name of the warmer that somebody is asking about and go learn how much these warmers are. Go learn the names of them because people are going to ask you. Do not come to me and ask. I'm going to start leaving those messages on red, period, because you can Google it. Google is your best friend, period. Okay. There are always sources on Google. When I tell you to Google it, I'm not trying to be crazy or whatever. I'm literally telling you to Google it because there's this one specific Cincy superstar director. She pays for her page to be sponsored because she makes big bucks. I ain't doing all that. So, but if you Google, let's say right now, if you Google Cincy's May Warmer of the Month, she already has it on her website. Not to purchase because you can't purchase it, but she just already has it on her website because people do probably go to her page to do pre-orders or something. I'm not kidding you. Anything you Google about Cincy, it's going to take you straight to her page, but I promise you the answer is going to be there every time. On your actual page, your your link that you send people, y'all need to literally study that thing. And the reason I tell you that is because what a lot of y'all don't know is when I first started Cincy, I was actually under somebody who did not help me. I hadn't built a team yet. It was just me. I was doing 2,000, 2,500 in sales, just myself. And I was completely content with that because I didn't want to build a team. Didn't want to do it. Tabitha asked me if she could join my team. And I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. Didn't want to do it. I did not want to build a team. I was fine with just selling Cincy because you can make money by yourself. Trust me, I have paid checks to prove it to you. But I didn't have a sponsor who helped me. I had to learn everything by myself. That's why when it comes to this stuff, like leading, I don't know what I'm doing. We're just rolling with it, period. Because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. But I had to teach myself. I literally had, I don't even think I have one in here, which why would I? Because it's my bedroom. But I had the product sheet. There's a product training guide. There is your catalog, your website. Go to it, study it, go through each warmer, look at the names of them. Seriously, guys, we can train ourselves if we will just allow ourselves to be open to train ourselves. Okay. Sorry. So, like I said, there's always YouTube as a training source. If you're not following, I mean, you can follow me on YouTube, but I got one whole video. So, I mean, I'm just saying, ain't nothing on there yet, but I got one whole video. But follow Chloe Cox. I know that your workstation says that your superstar director is Jessica, but she's not my superstar director because I didn't learn from her. I learned from Chloe Cox. So you can go and you can follow her on YouTube. She's very blunt. She's very straightforward. You might not like her after you watch a video. I don't know, but she is going to tell you how it is. And I love Chloe. Chloe makes, I'm not like, she's literally shown her checks before. Like, I'm not even, she makes like $100,000 a month. And she is one of the most down to earth people that I have ever met in my entire life. Like, I've been to her house before. She has trained me face to face before. You would never know that about her because that's not something that she's constantly like, oh, look at me. Like, she's one of the most down to earth people that I've ever met in my entire life. Please follow her on YouTube. Her trainings are going, if you're wanting to build your business, I know some people just want to do this as a hobby, and that's fine, but she has training videos for people that literally just want to do this as a hobby, literally just want to do this to make a little bit of extra money. Chloe still has videos for people that do not want to, retire from their job. And that's fine. If that's not you, like, that's fine. Like, I'm still here for you and we're still going to do this together. Yes, she makes that a month. I don't even want to know what she made last month because, yeah. Anyway, so But anyway, Chloe Cox, follow her on YouTube. She has amazing training videos. Okay, so I already showed y'all the search bar and the workstation. That was in my notes because I wanted y'all to see that. Because it's like right up there, in the corner. So you have goals this month. And the reason I know you have goals this month is because the Boss Up group that most of you are in, I saw your goals because we screenshotted them all, we saved them. So I know what a lot of your goals are this month. But your goals every month, if you don't have a roadmap to meet your goals, then there's no reason to make your goals because you're just throwing stuff out there. So each week for me personally, like I do weekly goals. And so on the first day of the month, for example, this is just something that came to mind. On the first day of the month, my first goal on the first day is to be active. Active is 200 PRV. That is my goal the very first day of the month. So the first full week, that Friday, 500. The next week, 1,000. The next week, 1,500. The next week, 2,000. Oh my gosh, Amber, how are you doing that? I'm doing parties. That's how I'm doing it. My PRV last month was like 3,800. I did $3,800 in sales, just myself. It is doable if you put the work in. If you ask people, you don't know if people want to do a party until you ask them. And what is the worst they're going to tell you? No. Okay. Whatever. It's fine. I'm pretty sure. Trying to think. I think everybody in here did do a party for me. That I personally. Well, Courtney did, and she just she took my samples to work or something. But literally, most of my frontline did do a party for me. Most of them did do a party for me. But what's the worst somebody's going to tell you? No. Okay, move on, ask somebody else. It's fine. It's no now, but it's not no forever. Kaylee literally got samples for me and then watched me for a whole year. Then she was like, I think I'm just going to join you, which I mean, I'm okay with, but just saying, just, throw a little bit of shade there. Yes. Speaking of such, sometimes you're going to send samples to people and they're not going to get back with you for a year. It's okay. It happens. Sometimes people are going to do parties for you and they're not going to tell you what they want for their free product credit. They're going to ghost you, and it's okay. Literally, it's okay. Why they would ghost you for free product, I don't know. But Kesley had that whole conversation last night. So she got host credit and she just ghosted Kesley. It's fine. People are gonna ghost you all the time. I get left on red all the time. Hey, can you do a party for me? Red. Okay, cool. But then 2 months later, they'll come back to me and they'll say, hey, can we do a party? Because I really want this warmer. I've been looking at it for 2 months now. Yeah, sure, we can do a party for you. Guess what? Sometimes your parties are not going to do squat. It's okay. Literally, I probably do 10 parties a month. 4 of those actually bring me in some kind of income or new customers. Sometimes I have people do repeat parties. Katie did 2 parties for me. She did one in 2020 for me, and then she did one for me last year. So I'm pretty sure she did one for me in September of 2020 and then September of 2021. You will have repeat hosts. That's a thing. People do that. And yeah, Samantha did not do a party for me. She just kept buying from me. And I was cool with it, but she just kept buying from me. And that is okay. Okay, so your goals, great. They're awesome. I know most of your goals in here because I've already seen them. But how are you getting there? What is your roadmap to get there? We can't just say, well, I want to have 4,000 PRV this month. Okay, what are you doing to make sure that you get there or that you get close to that? There has to be a roadmap to get to your goals or it's not going to happen. Trust me, I'm ADD. And if I don't write out what my PRV needs to be at the end of the week and what I'm doing to get there, it ain't happening. I'm too busy and too distracted. It ain't happening. So that leads me into this next thing. Since he's literally setting you up for success, they give you 2 weeks to hit what is called shooting star. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 people that are on this Zoom call. The ones that I know. I coach them to shooting star. Patricia, Dawn, I call her Patricia because she's my best friend in middle school, and that's just what I call her. But she's like $60 away from shooting star, and she just joined last week. I've literally been able to coach 90% of people to hit 500 PRV. Why? Because you get a shooting star kit. Yes, you have to pay for it. It's $200. But guess what? There's like $500 worth of product in it. You can either turn around and make your money off of it, or you can use it for yourself because you're going to use it anyways. But I turned around and sold most of mine because I didn't want all of it. Because like I said, when I joined Scentsy, I just wanted to make extra money. Then I fell in love with it. So anyway, that's another story. But since he's setting you up for success, $500 in 2 weeks. Why? Because they're showing you that you can sell $500 in 2 weeks. Why? Because when you hit shooting star in 2 weeks, that shows you that you can hit $500 more in 2 weeks, which is going to put you at your first promotion of certified, which instead of getting 20% commission, you're going to get 25% commission instead. And that 25 is for life. You could hit $1,000 one time and not hit it again for 6 months. You're still going to get 25% commission for life. Since he's literally setting you up for success, you have 70 days to hit 3 different levels of sensational start. I only hit 2 levels. Kaylee is an overachiever and she hit all levels. A lot of you are still in your 70-day period. Kesley's already hit level 2. Like, I can't. Everybody can do it. These are attainable goals. But since he does this to set you up for success, to show you that you can do it. These are not hard things to do. Sorry, I have to give this charger to my husband before he dies outside the door because his phone's gonna die. So just give me a second. Here's this. Okay, fine. Sorry. All right, anyways, it was really just my kids. Mommy, can I have a hug? Mommy, I need a kiss. I need a drink. I need a this. I need a that. I gotta go. Love you, meet it. So anyways, like I was saying, Scentsy is setting you guys up for success. They're setting you up to show you, okay, I'm just going to throw Kesley under the bus because I can. This girl last month, first of all, she was with a different company and I supported her by doing a party for her because, I'm nice. And I get when you're growing a business, you need to do parties for people to help them. But I literally got off that Zoom call because it was like a Zoom party. And I was like, she's going to join my team one day because people know when you know your products. People know when you love your products. And Kesley did not love those products. And I could tell. But I knew she loved Scentsy because she bought a lot of it from me. So I told April and Shannon, which are, April is also y'all's director as well. And Shannon is a director, but not above you guys. She's like a friend. She's under April. But anyways, we were talking and I said, Kesley's going to join me one day. And they were like, she literally just did her launch party for this business. I was like, I know, but I can tell she don't like it. And last month, what was your PRV? Hold on. I think I have to. Is it working? There we go.
I think it was like almost 1,900, maybe 2,000. What was it? I don't remember.
It was over 2,000.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
No, well, it was like 25, I think.
It was what?
Like 25, I think.
Okay. All right. I'm muting again. Okay. So Kesley joined last month and she did $2,500 in personal sales. Okay. Don't tell yourself that you cannot make sales. She literally joined last month, a few days into the month. Heck, it might have been 2 weeks into the month. I don't know. I can't remember. Last month was a whole blur. She did $2,500 in sales. Stop telling yourself that you cannot do it. Literally, I am just a good old country girl living in Liberty. And I'm about to make a paycheck that I literally never thought that somebody like me could actually make ever. Most of you in here, tomorrow actually, are going to make a paycheck that you never thought you were going to be able to make. Most of you tomorrow are going to make a paycheck much higher than you have since you've been with Scentsy. Okay. My paycheck's going to have a 2 and a comma in it. Okay. I never thought that I was going to be able to actually do something like that. If you ever think for 5 seconds that you cannot make something out of this business, you're fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself. If you're having problems with recruiting and you're new, I get it. It's really hard sometimes to recruit people when you're new, but I will tell you that Samantha was my first recruit, and that wasn't until I was in the business for 1.5 years. Kaylee has 7 people underneath her, and she's been with me since September. Everybody's journey is completely different. Everybody's journey is completely different. But I'm going to tell you that if you want to build a team, you have to have a strong customer base. And so tonight I wanted to just briefly touch on that with you guys. You have to have a strong customer base. Don't look around and compare yourself to everybody else. And you're like, oh my gosh, Amber has $3,800 in sales. Well, yeah, I've been doing this month for 2 years. I've planted seeds for 2 years. Literally, your best customers are going to be your best teammates. Kesley, Tabitha, Courtney, Samantha, Katie. They were my customers. They spent lots of money with me. And I was terrified. I was like, they want to join. I'm going to lose all those sales. But what you have to understand is they have a whole circle of people that you don't know. You don't know. And when they join, they're going to tell their friends, and their friends are going to tell their friends, and their friends are going to tell their friends. That's how this works. It's network marketing. You have to network with other people. You have to build relationships with other people. You have to open your mouth. And see, something that I heard Shannon say a couple weeks ago, and if you were at the training, you heard her say it. If your mouth is closed, your business is closed. Every day that your mouth is closed about your your mouth is closed about your business, then your Scentsy business is closed that day. And if your mouth is closed for 7 days, you just close shop for 7 days, which means you're going to have to make up for that. And if you don't make up for that, ultimately, what does it lead to? It leads to discouragement, and then you're going to quit. But you didn't open your mouth. So you can't be mad at anybody but yourself. You have to build a strong customer base. I know a lot of you want to build a team, and I understand, but I can tell, I'm going to go ahead and tell you like it is. I don't know about with a lot of other companies, but you get paid the most with Scentsy off of your sales. Okay. I can tell you that I have 3 levels of people underneath me. I'm getting paid a whole $3.22 off somebody 3 levels deep. Okay. Like, you make more money off of your personal sales. And yes, as you grow a team, of course your paychecks, they do grow, but I don't make the most amount of money off of you guys. I make it off myself. So if I literally kicked my feet up right now and didn't do anything, my paycheck would suck. Okay. I'm just throwing that out there. The month of February, Tabitha promoted, Kaylee promoted, who else? And Sequoia did, but that did not affect me as she's under Kaylee. Like, when I say affect me, I'm just talking about like Frontline that promoted in February. When they promoted in February, I made less money off them, but I still pushed them to promote. Why? Because I have seen what this business can do for you. I have seen paychecks that I have had, and I want that for you. Like, at the end of the day, that's what I want for you. If I wanted to be selfish, I wouldn't have pushed Kaylee or Tabitha to promote. I wouldn't push any of you to promote. I need y'all to understand that if I was selfish, I would want y'all to sit at certified forever, because that's the most that I would make off of everybody, is if they sat at certified forever. I'm just sorry I'm meeting everybody that jumps on because I'm a squirrel. I don't want that for you guys. Like, I want y'all to grow, because I'm not afraid to show y'all my paychecks. I'm not afraid to show y'all the highs, and I'm definitely not afraid to show you the lows. Like, there's highs and lows in any business. It doesn't matter. It could be Scentsy, or you could be selling, I don't know, rocks or something. I don't know. Like, it doesn't matter. Any business that you have, there are highs and there are lows. But it's really all going to start with you having a strong customer base. Stop worrying about like, oh my gosh, I need to sign up somebody and build a team. You really don't. You really don't. You need to focus on having a strong customer base first, because I'm telling you, your best customers are going to end up being your teammates one day. And then, like I said, we're just going to go back into that whole, they know people that you don't know. And sometimes people aren't going to buy from you just because it's you. I mean, that's just the truth. Sometimes people aren't going to buy from you just because it's you. But if you have somebody underneath you, they'll buy from them. I know plenty of people that buy from Tabitha that I asked if they would buy from me, and they wouldn't do it, but they buy from Tabitha all the time. Sometimes people just won't buy from you just because, but they'll buy from somebody. I'm just saying, it's just how it works. So yeah, like that's really all that I wanted to hop on here about, was to let y'all know about the chat and everything. Like, I love it, and I love y'all, and I love talking to you guys. Y'all are funny, y'all make me laugh, and all the things. But I really want a lot of the questions that we ask in there to be directed to the team page, because we have to grow it. And if we're not asking questions in it, it's never going to grow. So is there anybody that has like any questions of any kind? Let's see. Uh,